Welcome to the WSL Post Show here at the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM. And day number 2 of competition. We had another epic day at Snapper Rocks here on the Gold Coast Kaipagura, along with the fabulous Flick, Felicity Palmentier, and the radical Rick Love, Richie Love it. Good day.
Great day. Absolutely phenomenal. You know, the waves turned up again and the performances were incredible. 9-point rides. We saw the GOAT. We saw plenty of action, airs, the whole 9 yards. So it was day 2 in the bag. Nailed it.
What more do we want, Flick?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's hard to top today. For me, it was a day of buzzer beaters and it was a day of clutch moments. I feel like that little bit of inconsistency today, it just kept coming down to the wire, and it was all happened in that last exchange. And yeah, a lot of emotions and a lot of exciting moments.
Let's hear from another one of today's winner. Ian Gentile is with Stace Galbraith.
Thanks, Kaipo. Ian, interested to hear from you about your headspace coming into this event. Obviously relegated from the World Tour here to Snapper Rocks. There's worse places you could be, but talk to me about your preparation and what it's like to come to this location.
Yeah, it'd be great to be here under different circumstances, but it is what it is, and just got to get the job done and get back to where I need to be.
The percentage rate for you to qualify back onto the tour is high. Do you take inspiration from surfers that have done that in the past?
Yeah, with the whole cut and everything, it seems like once you do it once, you can do it again. And I'm just, trying to use all those bitter emotions as fuel to, because it could linger and sit in a bad way, and I'm just trying to push through it all and, yeah, just get to where I need to be.
How do you find coming off the tour to here? Do you have to change up your equipment?
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting it, so no, I've got all the same stuff. I've got just all-around short boards, and Snapper's a good enough wave that it works.
Certainly is. We hope to see you back here when the tour kicks in 2025. I'll let you get warm. Thanks, Ian.
Yeah, Ian Gentile on to around the 32 after getting, like we talk about that relegation to the Challenger Series. Another surfer, Flick, that was relegated to the Challenger Series, but he stepped up in a big way today. Sammy Pupo steals a win right at the last exchange.
Yeah, this was one of the heats that I was talking about before when you asked about my first opinion on today. It was just one of those clutch moments. It came down to the last exchange. All surfers had waves. The lead was changing, and yeah, Sammy got the win in the end. He was looking really good out there. He was looking really fast, but this heat here, I mean, it was full of bangers. There was just wave after wave being caught here, and it was really exciting to watch. Sammy Pupo, Alejo Muniz, Joel Vaughan, and Sheldon Simkus.
It's a tight heat, Rich.
Yeah, it was a gnarly one. Everyone was really stepped up. One of the most stacked heats of the day for sure. Alejo Muniz, former World Championship Tour surfer, was just pounding these walls here at Snapper, showing the form that kept him on the tour for several years. But Sammy Pupo, defending champ, just looked light. He looked limber, ran loose, and left it to the last minute there. Clutch victory at the end. Got it done, but you could see just he turned up the volume, didn't he? He just had an element of speed that he brought into this heat that, it just shocked everyone and went, righto, he wants to defend the title here.
Oh, that turn right there, it came down on that last wave. He was up in the athlete area waiting to hear the scores, and yeah, I'm stoked for him. I feel like he deserves his spot on tour, and he's one heat closer to getting there. I mean, it's a big year, but yeah. He's getting closer.
There's the number, the 7.5. He needed that 5.67 at the end. He got it. He advanced along with Alejo Muniz into the round of 32. Speaking about the round of 32, let's take a look at who Samuel Pupo is going to face in that round of 32. It's going to be an all-Brazilian matchup. Talk about friendly fire, Rich.
Wow. Well, one of the other great performers of today, Mateus Hurdy, he put in a scintillating show here. Ian Gouveia was solid. He was in that heat with Kolohe and Dino. Got through there. And then Lucas Silveira, well, he's electrifying. So an all-Brazilian affair. There's going to be fireworks when these guys hit the water, no doubt about it.
Well, unfortunately, 2 are going to go home, but 2 are going to advance.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time. Flick, you're going to enjoy this. This is the Boost Mobile heat of the day, and there's got to be some WA pride with you, because it was Jacob Willcox in the heat of the day. Here's the goofy foot from WA.
Yeah, right before Jacob actually ran out for this heat, I was like, I want to see a couple of big backhand hangers, and that's exactly what he did. He started with a great opening ride. The heat total was a 14.83. He got all the work done really early on in this heat. I think he only caught 3 waves, but he was just looking in fine form. I actually heard Ronnie, I wasn't in the booth for this, but say, oh, you know, I could just know that if Flick was watching this, she'd be getting excited. And I was. I mean, as a fellow goofy, you get excited watching someone just go top to bottom. He was up against Ian Govea and Kolohe and Dino. Owen Moss as well, who had a good performance yesterday, so it wasn't an easy win for him. But, yeah, obviously, Jacob just getting his Challenger Series campaign underway after obviously not making the cut in Western Australia. And I guess we're all surprised to see him not make the cut. So he's said, though, that he does feel at home on the Challenger Series. He's been on there for a long time. So, yeah, he's looking like he's in good form, and see if he can continue that through the rest of into the next round.
Yeah, it was Jacob Willcox advancing out of that heat along with Ian Govea. The two goofy foots got it done. Unfortunately, Kolohe and Dino lost a close one. Rich.
Yeah, it was super tight, and we'll be debating that one over dinner tonight. You know, Ian Govea, he had the bigger, better waves, just, you know, really perfect placement on the backhand. Kolohe brought a bit more progression, but maybe the wave height was a little bit smaller. So anyway, that's the nature of pro surfing. We've got to get some people moving through heats.
Jacob's next heat's going to feature Alejo Muniz, Alan Cleland, and Jadson Andre Flick.
Yeah, the 2 backhand attacks versus the 2 regular footers out there. So it's going to be contrast in styles. I mean, how can you go past? For me, I can't go past a backhand attack out here, especially just with the way the forecast is looking. It looks like it's going to stay around this size. For me, fellow goofy watching that, I think they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I agree with you. Conditions today, Rich, we had kind of 4 seasons in one day. It was a little cold. We had the sun, we had the rain, we had the wind swirl all around.
Yeah, tropical kind of conditions, wasn't it? But one thing's for sure, the waves turned up again, super contestable. I mean, this wave, it is just so fun and so rippable, and I think just all the competitors just dine out on this wave. You know, it really gives them an opportunity to open up, show their progressive style of surfing. So, you know, I'm thrilled. Day 2 has been exceptional. We're looking for more.
Let's look at our Surfline forecast and what our forecasters see in the future here at the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro. Rich?
Well, this little fun, clean east-southeast mix that we've had, and we have seen that. We've seen the direction sort of coming around, wrapping into the bay at different times. So that's going to taper off in the next couple of days. You know, it's going to be around that waist to head high, so we'll come down and check it every day. And then, you know, we got something towards the end of the period that's looking pretty exciting. And you can see here Monday through Thursday, 3 to 4 foot faces. That's kind of what we had today. Mostly offshore in the morning, and then that side shore, but clean, groomed walls. And then after Thursday, then things start to check up a little bit.
Great news. Thank you to Surfline for everything that they provide us as far as intel. Well, wonderful day, a wonderful couple days, Flick. But now it's time. Let's go look at the highlights of this. And, you know, for that, let's go to our daily dose, our BioGland daily dose, where we go over our top 5 moments of today. And we're going to start with Josh Burke. Green. It means go.
Yeah, this was wave number 1 of the entire day today. He's backed himself. He sat behind the rock, found himself a tube, and, yeah, it was just a great start to the day. And, yeah, I just love the self-belief. He really backed himself, got the job done, and got the win.
Number 4, a goat shows up at the beach, Rich.
Just when you thought he'd disappeared, well, he's back. Puts the jersey on again in the Challenger event, and it was a treat. The crowd loved it, and thousands of people turning up to watch Kelly. And these turns in particular, this 2-turn wrapping combo was just vintage Kelly Slater. Great to see the greatest of all time continuing to entertain the fans. And I think he's actually still down there signing autographs. He's got a few more hours to go.
No, it brings a crowd like Kelly Slater. Number 3, Dakota Walters brings some big digits at 8.33.
Yeah, this was amazing surfing. This is Dakota's first time on the Challenger Series, first event of the Challenger Series, and he's still young, 22 years old. And I was just so impressed with what I saw, the composure, sort of surfing beyond his years. He started the heat with a bang and then held priority for the rest. So yeah, just really mature surfing from someone so young and making this transition to the Challenger Series.
Oh, man. Number 2, Rich. Nat's back, and that's that. The wave of the event so far, a 9.33.
Yeah, and for good reason too. You just watch this repetition on the backhand. Nat Young just sending it vertically up into the hook time and time again. This wave just kept on giving all the way down into Rainbow Bay, past the Little Marley section. And Nat Young, former CT surfer, has lost none of that form. He's going to be a real threat in this comp. Kaipo, I can see him going really deep if he keeps up this form.
Oh, man, the backhand attack of Nat Young. Applause from the beach, and rightfully so. Signed some autographs, too. Number 1, David Silva flick went excellent not once, but twice in this heat.
From all these highlights, I mean, it was a day for the goofs, wasn't it? Just absolute backhand attack. I mean, these waves just really were suited, and yeah, the goofy footer David Silva obviously finding excellent scores out there. An 8.60, backed it up with an 8-point ride. And for me, when I think about his strengths, I feel like they are right-hand point breaks. I remember watching him last year on the Challenger Series event in Portugal, and he just looked in scintillating form. It was really good to watch. He's just so incredible on his backhand. I believe riding a quad as well, so something a little bit out of the ordinary.
Who brought the quad out? David Silva did.
David did.
What a day. Rich's final thoughts.
Well, I feel like if the first 2 days are anything to go by, it's only going to get better. You know, we've got this perfect wave out front, so let's get this thing going. Let's come down and check it out tomorrow morning.
What do you think, Flick?
Wow, I'm ready for a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for tomorrow to come down here. Let's see what the waves are like. It's going to a little bit drop off maybe, but maybe we could get something done. The bank is looking amazing still.
Perfect.
So bring it on.
We'll see. So thank you, Rich. Thank you, Flick. Check in tomorrow morning, 7:45 local time for the call, worldsurfleague.com, and enjoy today's end-of-day highlights. Aloha.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.